Munising, Michigan, one of my most favorite cities. We'll go cliff diving, swimming by caves, find the best treats, go to Pictured Rocks and tell you the best place to view them by water and by land, go on some amazing hikes, see some of the best food. You've heard of the UP Pasties, right? The hotel with the best view, sunken ships, and have you heard of the rock that glows under black light? Let's go.
Welcome to VO's Travel. Where to go and what to see. With kids.
Munising, Michigan is located in the UP of Michigan. You will either have to drive up through Wisconsin or go over the Mighty Mac, the 5th largest suspension bridge in the entire United States. Once you get to Munising, if you're anything like our family, we hit up the best gift shops first. We like to do a little souvenir shopping, and the best place that we found was the Pictured Rocks Interpretive Center and Gift Shop. It was an amazing gift shop and a really cool building, had great prices and tons of things to check out. And like the name implies, right next door, connected to the gift shop, is an interpretive center and museum. It was free to check out and walk around. It was pretty small, but it had really good information about the history of Munising and Pictured Rocks. And in the back of this building was a free 15-minute movie that plays on a loop that was really informational and gave you a good concept of the city of Munising and Pictured Rocks as well. Next up, coffee shops. The Falling Rock Cafe and Bookstore is just that. It's an amazing bookstore, super quaint, and has the best coffee. And if it's a little bit warmer during a summer July day, they also have ice cream and milkshakes as well. And now for the best place to stay. The Holiday Inn Express in Munising was amazing. It is a beautifully updated hotel with an amazing view that sits on top of a cliff overlooking Lake Superior. We were blown away. It was a little pricier than other hotels in Munising, but check out that swimming pool. If you do a little research about hotels and motels in Munising, you will find that a lot are not updated and they can be a little stuffy. You really can't beat that view, so we really highly recommend the Holiday Inn Express. And now for Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. Did you know there's part of the national parks right there east of Munising? It's definitely a place you need to check out, and if you do national park passport books like our family does, the only current location to get your stamp is 1505 Sandpoint Road, which is the Munising Falls Visitor Center. If you're looking for hikes, I highly suggest the app All Trails. There's tons of information and it's free. If you're looking for a short hike, I do recommend Miners Castle. It's just a half mile out and back, and it takes you to this viewing platform where you can check out Miners Castle. It's really beautiful, and I highly suggest you check it out. If you're looking for a longer hike, I highly suggest Miners Castle and Miners Beach. It's 2.8 miles round trip. It takes you to Miners Castle and then all the way down to Miners Beach. Miners Beach is a gem. You have to check it out one way or the other. Miners Beach is where we swim out to the caves. I'll tell you more about that in just a second. Just a side note, it does cost $10 per vehicle to enter Pictured Rocks National Seashore. If you do have a 4th grader, you can get a 4th grade pass. Check this video out. Now back to Miners Beach. We did not decide to do that big hike that took you from Miners Castle to Miners Beach, so we drove to Miners Beach instead. It was just a short walk from the parking lot. You did have to go down some stairs, but this beach is amazing. The water of Lake Superior is pretty chilly, but we were there on a hot July day and we got accustomed to the water pretty quickly. It was definitely worth it to jump in. Check out my video all about swimming to the caves of Miners Castle and where to jump in here. I give very specific instructions, so check that video out if you're interested in doing the little adventure that we did out to the caves. After a full afternoon at the beach, we were hungry. If you know just one thing about the UP and their food, they are known for their pasties. It is a handheld pot pie filled with meat and vegetables, and the #1 place to get pasties in all of the UP is right there in Munising at Muldoon's. When you walk in, they do have a small gift shop, and then you go up and order at the counter. They have chicken, ground beef, and veggie, and an apple one is a treat. But make sure you pronounce it right.
Can you tell me how to pronounce these?
Pasties.
Pasties. Okay, thank you. Which one's your favorite?
The traditional.
Okay. How is it?
Pretty good.
Good?
Very good.
That was great coleslaw.
What kind you got? Traditional?
Yeah,
Do you like the gravy?
I love it.
How's the coleslaw?
Very good.
After lunch, we were on the hunt for Uper lights. If you'd like to find your own, check out my video all about where to go and tips to find them. But if you'd like to purchase them instead, head to Downwind Sports. They had a great selection and amazing other things to check out as well. It was a really nice gift shop and we enjoyed our time there. My son was able to find a really cool Uper light from their selection. Next, and one of the most popular things to do when you're in Munising, Michigan is to check out Pictured Rocks. I've already showed you where to see it from land and now from the water. If you choose to go kayaking, Pictured Rocks Kayaking is the place to do it. All of the other kayaking companies make you paddle from land, go all the way out to your location, check out Pictured Rocks, and then paddle all the way back. That adds a lot of time. But Pictured Rocks Kayaking takes you out on a boat with the kayaks. You then unload onto your kayak from the boat, paddle around, check out everything, and then when you're done with your tour, get back on the boat. Prices range from $99 to $168. We chose to see Pictured Rocks by boat, and we used Pictured Rocks cruises, and I highly recommend you do too. They offer two different options, a classic cruise and also a Spray Falls cruise, and then you can go two different times of day. You can go during the day, normal times, and then you can also do a sunset cruise. The difference between the Classic and the Spray Falls tour is that the Classic tour takes you to all the points of interest along Pictured Rocks except for Spray Falls, and the Spray Fall tours takes you to see Spray Falls pictured here. Another difference is that the Spray Falls tour is actually a little quicker even though you go a further distance. They put you on a faster boat to go out to see Spray Falls so that you're out and back about 15 minutes quicker than on the Classic tour. And then the other difference is that all of the regular tours go out during different times of the day, and the Sunset tour only goes out at sunset. I highly recommend the Sunset tour because at the golden hour, right before sunset, that sun lights up Pictured Rocks like you have never seen before. My biggest tip is to get there early. We were in line 1 hour early and we were the third in line. Within 15 minutes though, the line was packed, and you do want to be one of the first on the boats because I highly suggest you sit on the top deck on the right hand side. That way the sun will not be in your eyes as you're viewing Pictured Rocks, and you'll be closest to Pictured Rocks as well. If you're one of the first on the boat, you'll also get to sit in the first couple of rows. That way you're not looking over the dozens and dozens of heads in front of you to see everything that they point out. So definitely get there early. You should also get your tickets online a few days before because they do sell out, so don't count on getting tickets day of. If you think your kiddos are too young and might be bored by Pictured Rocks, another option is glass bottom shipwreck tours. We did that when our kids were younger and thoroughly enjoyed it. Prices are $36 for adults, ages 6 to 12 are $12, and children 5 and under are only $1. I suggest you get your tickets online a few days before, but you can go to this building and try to get some day of. They may be sold out though. You will board your boat, and inside there are a couple different viewing cages. They are blocked off so kids can't fall in, but when you reach over, you can see the glass bottom. There are a few different shipwrecks that they'll go over, but it does depend on the weather. Another hike that my kids really enjoyed besides Miner's Castle was the O'Sable Lighthouse Walk. It was 1.6 miles there and back, and the path was not paved, but it was pretty flat, and there was really no elevation. You could view the waves crashing into the shore on the way there, and the lighthouse was spectacular once you got there. I'll end our video with a couple more restaurant suggestions. We really loved A Burger. It was amazing, and our absolute favorite was Pictured Rocks Pizza. The pizza was so delicious, and it was actually our cheapest meal while we were there. You can choose from pizzas on their menu, or you can choose your own ingredients, but the best part about this restaurant were the outside games. They did have indoor seating, but most of the seating was outdoors, and they had all kinds of yard games to keep our kids busy while they were making the pizzas, while they were waiting for us to finish our pizzas, and at the end. Besides the pizza being absolutely amazing, this was a great environment, and this will be the first restaurant that we hit up when we do go back to Munising. Thanks so much for coming along to Munising, Michigan with us. A shout out to these people from Miner's Castle that actually videoed us while we were floating below. And as always, I hope that you remember to choose joy and take all of the pictures.